One of the reasons is drug manufacturers claim that the prices are very high as they do R&D. But computers, people also do R&D. And hey, that's good, that's a good example. How about cars? Automobiles? In India at least it's markets work as far as automobiles is concerned, by and large. People from India can say that. What is the largest selling car in India now? It's the cheapest car. Maruti. Nano is still hasn't grasped the market. Maruti 800. It is the cheapest car. So anywhere where markets work, this is how it works. A lot of people, majority of the people will go for the cheapest product. Okay, and the cheapest product will not be a stupid thing. It will be good, fairly good. I think Maruti 800 is quite good. I've used Maruti 800 for the last 20 years. It's quite good. And the costliest car in India would be what? People can say things like Mercedes and BMW. BMW, these are very costly. And only a small amount of people can buy it. So when markets work, that a large number of people will buy the cheapest product, and cars will be manufacturers will be trying to compete to grab the cheaper market, the low-end market as well as the high-end market. But in drugs, in medicines, what is happening is that in India as well as elsewhere, people are buying the Mercedes BMW version of the medicine more. Even if you are poor, they're not buying the Maruti version of the medicine. If any drug in India takes, they'll have 100 brands, and it will be cheaper brand made by a good company. And the same company will make a very costly brand. So people go and buy the costlier brand because the doctor is telling you, "Oh, don't buy the cheaper brand. I don't know, you may die, etc." So this is happening, and that is why market is a failure. In fact, this thing about asymmetry of information is. You heard of Joseph Stiglitz? You heard of Stiglitz? Famous economist. Okay, Stiglitz and Akerlof wrote a famous paper about 1970, and their paper is called, you can search on the internet, it's called The Market for Lemons. And lemons means in American parlance, dud, chalu item. You're getting useless item. So they analyze the used car sales market in America. And used car sales market is usually what happens in used car salesman. The salesman will tell you, what a fine, fantastic car this is. The second-hand, third-hand car. It still gives you fantastic average and so on and so forth. Whereas you're a uninformed buyer. I mean, you won't have a car, you can't afford the new car. So you think, yeah, maybe it's fine. And the more he sells and the more he makes your sales pitch, you'll buy the car. You end up buying the car. So most you people end up buying duds, lemons. That's called lemons, duds, useless car. So after you drive for 10 kilometers, it'll stop. So therefore the used car market is a case of market failure, where the buyer and seller have asymmetric information. Other fellow has greater information, the buyer has less information. So same thing with medicines. And these people got a Nobel Prize for this. So this is a big thing. It means a serious thing which even economics is finally recognizing that markets don't work. So so buyers and sellers and doctors decide. Buyers have little or no choice, and buyers have to make decisions usually under distress. Okay. Now I want you to understand this is why we are saying therefore if markets fail, governments have to intervene. Otherwise there will be chaos. And if it's a democracy, governments will lose elections. If many people get sick and cannot access medicines and healthcare. Market profile of anti-diabetics. This is something I'm telling you just out of analysis we did for the court. India is called the diabetes capital of the world. Means we have the largest number of diabetics, 5% of the population. So, logically, then all the anti-diabetics should be put under price control. It is not. 70% of the anti-diabetic market is out of price control. The total market is 4,502 crores. And 70% is out of, and only glibenclamide and metformin are under price control, but other things like glimepiride, 5-metazone, gliptins, is all out of price control. So this is again because of lobbying, and also this. Why I'm telling you is this: these drugs are not falling in the national list of essential medicines. They're not under price control. And the people who have made the national list of essential medicines should have used their kidneys, but they haven't, and they have left this important anti-diabetic out of the price control market. They didn't put it in the national list of essential medicines. Same thing with paracetamol. Single ingredient paracetamol, which is 500, which is the most rational product, is about 20% of the total market. Combinations are something like 88%. So people are buying more combinations, more useless combinations of paracetamol. One of the most famous useless combinations of paracetamol goes under the name of Cobiflam, which is a combination of paracetamol plus ibuprofen. You ask me why it is useless. Nobody is asking, so I'm not telling you. So, I've already gone through this, and therefore the idea of competition does not reduce prices. One of the things of the failed market is the second one. Brand leader is often the price leader. The brand which sells most is also the highest priced. So, and this is seen in drugs. It's again an indication. I'm giving an example. Atorvastatin is a drug used for blood pressure, and the top 3 priced brands are also have almost 80 to 90% of the market. So same thing with atenolol. So this should not happen if the competition works. Competition works in medicine. It should be like our Maruti automobiles market. There are other examples of that. So this I'll skip. But if you use what we have done is we have calculated how much it costs a poor person using daily wages, and we have taken the lowest procurement price of the government, added 100% margin to it, and still hepatitis A will require 30 days of wage labor. Iron deficiency anemia, if used X-orange, will take about almost 3,700 rupees for 6 months. Unaffordable. Coronary heart disease, 12,000, so on and so forth. And so, I think what is the situation? What is the this thing? What should be done about it? One is yes, price control of medicines. The other is yes.
Sir, actually, these brands are advertised, so your people are aware of these brands. Mostly the local brands are not advertised. That's why they do not get recognition in the market, and people are confused due to the health issue. They do not want to use any unbranded medicine or on which they cannot believe on. So there should be a uniform trademark or any kind of test for them. It shows that we could recognize that these medicines are authentic.
Well, that's one way. The other thing is, if you go to like the cetirizine, for instance, cetirizine, everybody takes cetirizine for the allergy and cold and so on. For cold, there's no cure, but everybody takes cetirizine. No cure in modern medicine. So, you go to cetirizine, it's 30 rupees or something, and for 10 tablets. If you ask for the cheaper brand, they will not give you. First of all, even if he has, you'll see your face, this fellow can afford 30 rupees. So they will tell you, yeah, this is what we have. So this is also a deliberate thing, and some people generally don't keep it because it doesn't move. So that's also a problem, because I'm saying all this range is available. But this is how the market works, in the sense of, they'll say, hey, in this market, maybe in some rural market of the state, people cannot afford 30 rupees. They'll keep 30 rupees, but they'll also keep the cheaper price. But in cities, they are unlikely to keep the cheaper price in a retail pharmacy. They'll keep the costlier price. So you don't know. Even if you know, you will not get it unless you know people like me or something like that who has got some contacts in the retail wholesale market. Then you may end up buying. But you see, it's a big struggle. Yeah, I think there should be some law to put at least cheapest brands to costliest brands should be available in the market. It should be all out there, and the price should be put in the opposite in the pharmacy shop. But how many prices will you put because there are so many brands?
I think that we have our food product ISI mark or tag mark like that.
See, on that question, all drugs are supposed to be, unless otherwise proved, of good quality. Because I have to do all the testing. I mean, if I release a drug within the market, I have to do the testing as per Indian Pharmacopoeia. IP means Indian Pharmacopoeia. And there's a certain test. And normally, if I'm not a very honest person, but reasonably honest, I will not try to take the risk by fiddling with the quality. Because I'll go to jail nowadays. And one of our scientists, Mashilkar, recommended even going hanging. But I'll go to jail. And if my reputation is spoiled as a company, my market will go down forever. I will not do it. Still, but a lot of fly-by-night operators are there in India. They're doing this. And the only way you can check the quality of a drug is by testing it. Now, again, that is not an easy proposition for most people. Where will you go for testing? Most people don't know. And I also tell doctors, like most doctors tell me, oh, in my experience, it's a very dangerous phrase. Anybody who says in my experience is being unscientific, especially in medicine. There is no such thing as in my experience, this brand doesn't work. I say, how do you know? Please get it tested. Have you got it tested? No, in my experience it does not work. It will be a good drug. There are problems with drugs and drugs because the same brand, the same batch will have a different quality of the same company, very good company. So there are other kinds of problems. But the same, in my experience, this drug does not work. Only this brand works. Have you made a study? You're not made a study. Why are you making this kind of statement? So and this is a very complicated issue. How to assure? But so what I'm saying is, the alternative is that alternative you're seeking is total revolution. Because like British national health system, like France, like Canada, not like America, not like United States of America, where healthcare is free to everybody. There are problems with their systems also, in the sense that emergency means you cannot go to doctor. You have to wait. There's a 10-day, 20-day waiting list in UK. We need that kind of thing, where drugs are available free. It's government's headache to get the testing done, etc. Like in Tamil Nadu, this is happening in Tamil Nadu.